Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to me, your children. Let's just get that out of the way, shall we? Okay, right. It's kind of warm in here. There's a beast energy present right now. I don't think it's mine. That's why I had to pray. That's why I had to pray first thing we had. Let's try and stop this lighting issue. Let's see if that helps. Mwah. Oh, yes, Lord. Oh, look at my boobies. Okay, you can look at my boobies. Don't look at my boobies. Okay, you can look at my boobies. All right. So, let's see. And every time I come on a live, the beast people get scared. They're like, oh, fuck, here we go. Oh. Well, should have never fucked with us then, innit? You didn't know people like me would rise. You didn't know that there would come a day where you have to pay for all your fuckery. Hey? Okay. Let's see. What does God want to tell us about today? Yes. Let's find out, shall we? Did I eat? Yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. All right. Okay. She's hot. She's blazing. Everybody wants her name. I gotta get that woman in my life. She's hot. She's blazing. We were just all in a corner, just waiting. Just waiting. Interesting. All right. Most High, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to me, your children. See that? I had to pray twice. Yeah. They mad. They very mad. They're mad at me. I'm just the face of the company. I only work here. Okay? If you have a problem, please take it up with management. Okay? It's called God. Okay? Please. You have the number to the head office. Everybody has the number to the head office. Okay? The call is free. Hey, it's a free call. Okay? 0800 God. Yeah. Okay. So, what are we doing here now? Okay, so we're gonna get the topic with this. Where does this fit in? Okay. She's hot. She's playing, everybody wants her name, man. I gotta get that woman. She's playing, everybody wants her name. I have no control over the policies. The law is the law. I only enforce the law. I don't make these laws. Oh my God. I don't make the rules around here. I just enforce them. That's what they teach their police and their government officials to say, you know, trying to get fair service and proper service, and they just dismiss you and your concerns and your hurt and everything about you. Like, I only work here, ma'am, sir. I don't make the rules here. I'm sorry that you're disappointed, but if you do have a problem, I can give you the number of our head office. Let's see what's on this. We could give you the number for Allah. Take it up with God, okay? You can talk to management direct on this number. Whoa. Yes, Lord. Thank you so much. We thank you so very much for these times. Oh, finally, the balancing is here. We the people. We thank you. Those who have been, the group card was just sticking out. Yeah, we the people thank you, Rev. The whole group thanks you, Most High. We thank you. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Chemical. Yeah, they've just been fucking up our systems, haven't they? Keeping us sad and upset and confused and in fear. And that just changes our whole chemical makeup, you know. It shifts our DNA, you know, into one that fights against our own body. No more. We know that God is here. So now we find comfort. Now our body becomes more balanced, more healthy. Our minds become more relaxed as we watch the favor of God on we the people. As we watch the work of God. Some of us have never seen it before. Oh, we're seeing it now. We're seeing it now. Let those who have eyes to see, see, and those who have ears to hear, hear. Those who have a mind to perceive, perceive, and understand exactly what is happening in these times in the story of humanity. We thank you, Most High. All praises to Rastafari. All praises to Allah. All praises to Jesus. All praises to Buddha. All praises to Krishna. All praises to every description of the Almighty Creator that there is anywhere and everywhere. We thank you. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright as as it was in the beginning, one Lord, so shall it be in the end, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. So, what does God want to talk to us about at this time? Let us see. Let your rise on every heat and scatter. Any enemy of God is an enemy of mine. Any friend of God is a friend of mine. God is love. God is fairness. God is understanding. God is patience. God is tolerance. God is forgiveness. The good side of God anyway. So I got a new phone and it seems like they got the same fumes coming from this phone too. They probably don't program it so that it does it. I feel like it's coming from this new phone as well. But it's cool. Today for them, tomorrow for me. My name gonna be in credits. You gonna see my name in lights. Then you gonna really wish that you had done me right. My name gonna be in credits. You gonna see my name in lights. Then you gonna really wish that you had treated me right. Shout out to Waterstar Vibes. Shout out to Empress Bella, Ella. Shout out to the real Astro Queen. Yeah. Empress Bella, aka Intuitive Goddess 333, aka Angel Therapy 333. Yeah. Three of the real ones. Shout out to myself, Survivor, aka Chanel Green, the Messenger, aka Nubian Hair Designs, the Dread. And shout out to all those who love us. And see us for who we are and what we're doing here in the earth. The role that we play in the history and the story of humanity. Shout out to all those who keep the faith. All those who know that God is worthy to be praised. All those who allow God to reign in their lives, because we need professional guidance and assistance. We can't do it ourselves. Shout out to all God's people everywhere, of every denomination, past, present, and future. We love you. Doesn't matter your religion, we love you. Okay, so At the bottom of the deck, we got medicine. Yeah. Healing of the nation. The healing of we the people. Deliverance from suffering, humiliation, oppression. We don't want retaliation. We're just here to take our justice. Bitches. You can't touch this. Alright, so the chemical card wanted to come out. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, we've got Antarctica. What does that even mean? Let's dig in and see. So I already asked God, like, how is God gonna do this cleansing of the earth and the healing and the rebalancing? And God says it's gonna start with Montserrat, which is the little tiny country that I was born in, or so they say, and Antarctica. So let's see. So we got Antarctica, person. We got potassium. Okay. And we got God, place. Is that why Antarctica is so restricted? Very interesting. Now we have a Jefferson 4 coming in. Jefferson's secret agents. Okay, so this could be a secret agent of good or a secret agent of evil. We're going to check into that to figure it out. And that's followed by zinc. And then we got Kazakhstan. Jefferson 5. Okay. Then we got Angola. India. Montserrat. See, Montserrat and Antarctica. And Atlantic Ocean. We got Africa coming in next. Okay, so let's see what this is happening. What? Okay, so we got Antarctica person, potassium. Now, we know we like to get our handy dandy dictionary. Potassium, let's see. When I was making this deck, I was just hearing the words and I wrote them down because God knew that in the future, there would be relevant words. I didn't make this deck on my own. Neither did I make this deck on my own, the Geo-Political deck. Okay. I even did this one on live. I made this one on a live. I was just hearing the words of even countries that I've never heard of, and I just wrote them down because God knows why they needed to be added to the deck. Okay. So in the future, all will be revealed, as it already has started to be revealed in previous readings. Okay, so potassium, let's find out. PQRSP. POT. Writing in this dictionary is very small. POT, PQRST. Okay. POT. So potassium is not in this dictionary. Potter, P-O. I got one T. Is it one T? P-O-T. Oh, it is in there. It's one T. I was spelling it wrong in my mind. Sorry. Potassium. So it looks like it says chem, like chemistry. A silvery metallic element. Let there be light. Device is overheated. Fuck it. Oh, let's use dictionary, the internet. Potassium. Potassium is a type of electrolyte. It helps your nerves to function and muscles to contract. It helps your heartbeat stay regular. It also helps move nutrients into cells and waste products out of cells. A diet rich in potassium helps to offset some of sodium's harmful effects on blood pressure. Okay. Potassium is a chemical element. It has symbol K from the Neo-Latin kalium and atomic number 19. It is a silvery white metal that is soft enough to easily cut. That's from Wikipedia. With a knife. Potassium metal reacts rapidly with atmospheric oxygen to form flaky white potassium peroxide in only seconds of exposure. It was first isolated from potash, the ashes of plants, from which its name derives. In the periodic table, potassium is one of the alkali metals, all of which have a single valence electron. I don't know what that part means. In the outer electron shell, which is easily removed to create an ion with a positive charge, which combines with anions to form salts. In nature, potassium occurs only in ionic salts. Elemental potassium reacts vigorously with water, generating sufficient heat to ignite hydrogen emitted in the reaction. So it causes a fire and burning with a lilac-colored flame. It is found dissolved in seawater and occurs in many minerals such as orthoclase, a common constituent of granites and other igneous rocks. Igneous rocks. A lot of words there that I have no idea. Potassium pearls in paraffin oil. Let's show you that picture. So, and that's from my sources, Wikipedia. Okay, that's where I got it from. Let's see the picture coming up there. Okay, so what does that tell us about potassium? Potassium is used to help to keep our nerves and our heartbeat and stuff in check. Like I said, these chemicals, because of the way that the government has been behaving, doing things to keep us forever in a frenzy, that's why the chemical card came out. So we got Antarctica person, so somebody from Antarctica is here to bring us excuse me, sorry, is here to bring us peace, serenity, comfort, stabilization. Okay, and we have God place. So God put them in place. Okay, so God has sent somebody from Antarctica to bring balance to us. Okay, so we got Jefferson 4. So that's that's a secret agent. So it's number 4. So if there's a number 4, then there's a number 1, 2, and 3 as well. Okay, now zinc. Zinc and Kazakhstan. Let's see what zinc is all about. Zinc is a chemical element. It has symbol Zn and atomic number 30. It's a slightly brittle metal at room temperature and has a shiny blue whitish appearance when surface oxidation is removed. A shiny blue whitish appearance. Okay, let's see what else we need to know. It is the first element in group 12. And the group card came out as well. Of the periodic table. Zinc is the 24th most abundant element in Earth's crust, with an average concentration of 70 grams per ton. Zinc also has 5 stable isotopes, the most abundant of which Zn-64, Zn-64 comprises nearly half of zinc's total abundance. In some respects, zinc is chemically similar to magnesium. Both elements exhibit only one normal oxidation state. And they put a whole bunch of numbers and shit that I don't know anything about. And are of similar size. The most common zinc ore is sphalerite zinc blend, a zinc sulfide mineral. The largest concentration of economically feasible lodes, LODES, in descending order are located in China, Peru, and Australia, among others. Zinc is refined industrially by froth flotation of the ore, roasting, and final extraction using electricity. So what does zinc do in the body? Like, that's what I want to know. Okay, so zinc is an essential trace element for humans, animals, plants, and for microorganisms, and is necessary for both prenatal and postnatal development. It is the second most abundant trace metal in humans after iron, an important cofactor for many enzymes, and the only metal which appears in all enzyme classes. Zinc is also an essential nutrient element for coral growth. You notice how when I went on the potassium, they were like, this is what it does to the human body. But with this one, it's like, why are you so evasive, telling us what good zinc is for on the human body, you know? It's necessary for both prenatal and postnatal development. Okay, but anyhow, it is necessary, okay? It is necessary for before you're born, and it is necessary for after you're born. Prenatal and postnatal. That's all we know so far. So let's read this again. So this Antarctica person, God has sent them to basically bring us comfort. Okay? And God placed a secret agent, Jefferson number 4, because they are necessary in our full development. Okay, prenatal and postnatal. So the question is, who is this Jefferson 4? Because this person may not necessarily seem like uh, how should I put it? This person, the energy I'm getting from Jefferson 4 is one of, you might see how this person move, kind of like Trump. Okay, Trump, well, if that is the real Trump, whatever they're using the character Trump to do, it's like he's doing a lot of things that people disapprove of. But if we were to really sit back and study the effects of what is being done from a psychological and sociological and economical level, it's like finding the blessing in the curse, so to speak. So it's like a training ground. Whoever this Jefferson 4 is, it's like they've come to create a training ground that's going to actually help in our development, prenatal and postnatal development. So it's like kind of like what COVID did. Because of the introduction of COVID into our society and the effects that it had, and the rules that they put in place, it's like so many people. Do you notice how so many men allowed their beards to grow after COVID? So many men used to go to the barber and get their beards trimmed and all these things. And once they couldn't go to the barber, it's like nature pushed them into a corner. Nature, through COVID, pushed them into a corner where it's like they saw themselves in the mirror and thought, this don't look too bad. And a lot of them actually kept their beards. And you know what, guys? We like it. And with the keeping of the beards, there had to be like uh oils made for the beard. People learned how to take care of their beards better. Okay, so it actually opened up like other elements where we could prosper. You understand? So yes, it was a tough time for everybody, but there's a lot of good that came out of the COVID epidemic. Also, a lot of people changed their jobs and realized talents that they didn't have, because it was a time of survival where it's like, I can't go to my work. I'm not making any money right now. Even my work is suffering because everything was shut down. So it's like, how am I going to provide? What am I going to do now? And people started tapping into like their pastimes, things that they used to love to do. And they realized, damn, I can make some money out of this. And a lot of people started their own YouTube channels and stuff like that, because the internet was one source of income and things like that. So whoever this Jefferson 4 is, God put them in place so that they can move us. So you might see this person and think that this person is the enemy, when really and truly this person is an instrument of the Most High, like myself. Okay, so kind of like me and my readings, like it's tough to hear, but they're actually very beneficial. It's good to at least know the truth. You may not be ready to face the truth, but once you know the truth and you've calmed down, you'll be able to think clearly. And then you can make good decisions, because now you're making decisions based on the actual truth of the matter. You can make wise decisions. Okay, so let's read on. So now we got this Kazakhstan and Jefferson 5. Okay, Jefferson 4 is zinc. So Kazakhstan, Jefferson 5. Now Kazakhstan in past readings came out as a country that it wasn't quite under the American it wasn't quite under America's thumb, but they were kind of on the brink of allowing themselves to lose their sovereignty or lose their power. Okay, so we got Kazakhstan and Jefferson 5. Okay, and we got Angola, we got India, and we got Montserrat and the Atlantic Ocean. So what the hell does all this have to do with it? So what do we know so far? And then we have Africa coming in next. So God wants us to know that, first of all, there's a comforter here from Antarctica. Okay. And God also wants us to know that this person, this Antarctican person, you could see them as cold, but they're not. They're here to move us to action. Okay, they're here to open up new avenues of thinking and being. They're here to usher in the new world that we are currently creating. We are bringing the old system and the old way of doing things that's been hurting us for far too long to the end. And now we, the people, are creating something new, okay, to replace it. Okay, so do we need to clarify? Okay, so let's look into the Kazakhstan energy. What should we use? Okay. So like I said, Kazakhstan was like kind of on the brink of being conquered, so to speak. So it's like we, the people, it could be representative of we were on the brink of being conquered, but it's like people started going into their positions and put a stop to it. Some people were strong enough and bold enough to stand up against the nonsense that this government and the corporations behind it have been doing to us for far too long. And changes have started to happen. Positive changes, even though it's a turbulent time, the changes that are happening are actually going to be in the best interest of we the people. Once we're not afraid to take the steps that we are guided to take, it is our right to do so. Say no to bullying from any and everybody. Even from me. If I'm not treating you right, put me in my place. Let me know. Yeah, I don't like how you did that. And if I agree with you, I'll make sure that I apologize and do everything else that I need to do to make it right. Okay, so Kazakhstan. Okay, we got a renewal. See? The new world. So yeah, so this Jefferson person, this person that may seem like a bad person, is actually doing us a whole lot of good because it's necessary for our renewal. Okay, we're bringing in the new world. So it's not the country Kazakhstan, it's just what Kazakhstan stands for from a spiritual perspective. So the first card that came out is joy and then impasse. And the first card that was about to fall out was this one. And the joy fell out first. And then this one fell out on top of it. So Kazakhstan energy is like, there's a possibility for joy, but there is something blocking. We need to put in the work to be able to get to our joyful place again. So yeah, the underlying issue is expansion. Okay, expanding the new world, expansion of our perception. So everything starts with the mind. How we choose to see things will determine how we choose to react. Okay, it will determine what ideas come to us. So if we're like non-believers in God, and if we don't believe that God has great things coming for us, then that's how we're going to think and that's how we're going to move. We're going to move with a sense of hopelessness. But if we know that God is right here in the midst of everything that's going on in the earth right now, and God has great plans for humanity because God loves us, and God sees we've been suffering at the hands of these bullies for far too long, and God is ready to redeem us, then we're going to think and behave in that manner. And that's what's going to make it happen. See? Perception, confusion. We don't want that. Impatience. We don't want this either. Confusion and impatience about your self-worth, what you're able to do. Do not be confused or impatient. Let things play out slowly. The thing is, they've been doing this thing to us for so long. We need to give ourselves time to correct the damages that these governments and these corporations have done. Equally so, okay? So it's not going to happen quickly, but just know that the slow process that it's going to take for us to correct these things, there's a whole lot of lessons in that slow process for us to learn, so that by the time we get to the finish line and we understand what we're going to do and why we're going to do it, why it's important to stand firm and don't let anybody intimidate us into backing down, those lessons are necessary so that we can stand, okay, and not be put into these terrible positions again. Because the enemy is not going to stop trying to imprison us and oppress us and suppress us and steal from us and make us sad, make themselves filthy rich while we're filthy poor, having to live in our cars, downsizing. You can't own a home. You can't afford to buy land. It's not fair. Okay. So we got perfection, which is my balance card in this deck, and quest. So we're on a balancing quest. Okay. And we need to put in the work. Workaholic. We need to put in the work. We can't be, let's see, God is telling me keep going. Oh, yeah. We're on a balancing quest, so we need to put in the work so that we can get the miracle. So for all you non-believers, all of you who think that we can't change the world into one which will please we the people, the majority, you are mistaken. It's right there at our fingertips. We just have to put in the work. We have to make sure we have the courage to make it happen. Okay? So, like I said, the Kazakhstan, the actual country was, when I read about it, or when it came up in the reading, it was on the brink of becoming weak. It was strong, but it was on the brink of becoming weak and conquered by the enemy. So this is the state of the people right now. We are strong, but we have to maintain that strength, and we have to improve upon that strength and make tomorrow a brighter tomorrow for ourselves. Because those who are in charge of us, they have no desire to just give us a better tomorrow. No matter how much time they say it, they're lying. And we've seen them lie to us so many times. They'll say, oh, we're going to come in and change this and change that and make this better and make that better. And then they come in and they make everything worse for we the people. They have proven over and over again that they are not worthy of our confidence. We have no right to be confident in their word. They are crooks. And those who are not crooks, they are outnumbered by the crooks and intimidated by the crooks until they become crooks too. That's what's happening in government everywhere. So those who aren't crooks, they're going to have to be more radical than the crooks to make them back the fuck up. Okay. So, do we need to? Anything else? The Jefferson 5. Let's see. So God said, clarify the Jefferson 5. Okay. And Antarctica, when Antarctica has come up in readings in the past, it was showing how America would go into Antarctica and befriend them and get their secrets and get their minerals and their weapons and their whatever incredibleness, like things for like the Wi-Fi and shit like that. They would go in and get whatever Antarctica has by befriending them, only to betray them at the end of it. And Antarctica was coming to the point where they, these people in Antarctica was coming to the point where they're starting to realize the pattern and realizing that these Americans, they cannot be trusted because they're not there to be friendly. They're there to use them and then use what they got from the Antarcticans to do evil to we, the people over here. So Antarctica isn't with it. They were about to flip out, and God was like, don't flip out. It's okay. Yeah, whoever it is from Antarctica that they were dealing with, I believe that Antarctica has power, okay? Power that America only wish they had. What America need to be glad for is that Antarcticans are close to God like myself. So we feel obliged to put God first and use our power with a calm mind rather than using our power out of anger and retaliation and revenge. It's an abomination for us to use our power like that, because these things block us from being able to see clearly, and it could then backfire on us. So it's in our best interest, we who are powerful, to maintain control over our emotions, because things can get really dark, not just for the people who abuse us, but possibly also for ourselves. We will know when we're allowed to flip out and just don't care. There's a time, there's a point where we have the right to flip out and not care. But that's it's not a surface thing, okay? It has to get to a point where, yeah, you deserve this type of energy, you know? Otherwise, to that, we are obligated to be patient and forgiving and diplomatic. We are obligated to be diplomatic, not fools, diplomatic. So let's find out what God wants us to know about Jefferson 5 at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we got soulmate. Ow, okay. So that's a friend, all right. And that's followed by Angola. So God basically is letting us know that it has secret weapons in different places throughout the earth already to help us to bring this new world into being. Okay? And I guess this is why we're hearing of uprisings in Nepal and Italy, and where else did I hear about? I can't remember. But there are uprisings even in France. There are uprisings in different countries of the world that they will never televise to us, because it's only going to inspire us to take action in our respective countries too. So they hide the revolution, the revolution. Yeah. They don't want us to be inspired to stand up for our rights. So Jefferson is clarified by acceptance. He's a soulmate, and they've just accepted things as it is and accepted that, okay, since this is this way, I need to be this way. So it's like, if I need to be a cold prick, I'm gonna be a cold prick because I'm gonna stand up for my rights. The underlying issue, we got soulmate, rejection, and that's a miracle. So our soulmate's rejection of all that is wrong is our miracle. Okay? We got despondence, that's sadness, discovery, gossip. So it's like things that they've been hearing about, the things that they've been talking about and hearing is it's actually made them sad. Gossip, mysticism, and their instinct tell them to get into service. It's time for them to get active. It's time for them to do what they have to do. And if they have to be a tricker, if they have to be a trickster, they're going to be a trickster to stop the tricksters. Trickery, and gratitude. So they are secret agents. Yeah, gratitude for the creation, the new world. It's like, okay, I know what, balance. I know what to do to bring balance. I know what to do to make this right. Since that's how y'all want to play, okay? Since y'all are getting too out of hand, then let me get out of hand too in my own way to counteract your nonsense. So these are good secret agents that God has put in strategic places to help bring that balance throughout the earth. Okay, so next one. Okay, so we're going to do Angola, India, Montserrat, and what's going on in the Atlantic Ocean. Angola. Let's see. So God wants us to know that there are people worldwide fighting on our behalf because we are all connected everywhere. So let's see. Angola. What does God want us to know about Angola? Same deck. Angola. Angola. Me say me not take no trick from Babylon. Shout out to Rasta man and Rasta woman everywhere. The real ones anyway. The ones who are real to themselves and not real to these teachings that they gave us, these boxes that they created for us. If you feel to eat chicken, eat chicken. It's not what goes in you that defiles you, it's what comes out of you that defiles you. Okay? Because if they're going around the place wearing their long skirts and they don't say swear words and they don't eat chicken and they bonfire pan meat and they burn people who have to do prostitution because they've just been trained to see it as just the end of the world. But that's some people only choice, you know. God doesn't teach us to condemn. Stop judging other people. You don't know what they have to go through. Everybody's life ain't as perfect as yours. Some of these Rasta teachings have taught us to be, it's the same divide and conquer tactics. Because you eat chicken, that make you not a Rasta. Says who? Because you eat vine foods, that make you not a Rasta. Because you don't practice this 21-day purification, that make you not a Rasta. Says who? Judge not, lest ye be judged. Because some of these people who are paying such close attention and respecting these rules to the utmost, they won't get up and go stand up on behalf of the downtrodden. They don't have the courage to get up and defend the young, defend the helpless, defend the innocent, helpless people, you know. But you as a Rasta, you eat your meat and whatnot, and you still have the strength to stand up against Babylon. And these Rastas who want to exalt themselves over you because of all these little petty reasons. Because you wear a short skirt, they want to act like you're just complete trash. Because you wear your pum-pum shorts and you have dreadlocks and you say you're a Rasta, they want to act like say you're an abomination. But yet you're out here on the battlefield standing up for the downtrodden, standing up for the rights of the people. And they wouldn't do that Fuck you. To all Rastas who refuse to stand up for what is right because you're afraid of Babylon, we say, fuck you. You're a Babylonian too. That's the real of the situation. You're a Babylonian too. If you refuse to stand up against Babylon, then you must be a bumbleclap Babylonian. You're a coward. You're a bitch. You don't truly know God. You're a poser. Right. It's not what goes into you that defile, is what come out here. If chicken not good for you, don't eat it. If it's good for you, eat it. Give God thanks. Ask God to make it a blessing to your system and not a curse. Bumbleclot, weak heart. Jano make weak heart. You want to be safely locked away in your cabin somewhere in the hills while the whole world are fucking burn up. Stay over there and keep your stupid opinions to yourself about who is Rasta and who is not. Who the fuck is you? Bitch. You're cowards. You comply with Babylon and their nonsense, you're cowards. You're not a Rasta. You are not a Rasta. Emperor Haile Selassie, I didn't cower. Prince Emmanuel didn't cower. Marcus the Messiah did not cower. Empress Menen did not cower. Why are you cowering? It's because you're not one of us. That's why. With your I don't eat no deaders. I burn a fire upon a short skirt. You a coward. You're not one of us. You're a waste of space. I don't burn cigarette. You don't burn cigarette, but you gonna condone Babylon and their fucking oppression. You run away from standing up against it rather than standing with the people who are suffering and help us to stand against it. You're a coward and you're not a real Rasta. You can take that to the fucking bank. God didn't make no soldiers like that. We've been fighting for our rights from the inception of Rastafarianism. That's what it's all about. It's about standing up against the wicked system, or you forgot. This is what we were being built to do. These times. All the suffering and the oppression that we went through as Rastas, this is what we were going through it for. For these times, when it's time to stand up against this oppression and oppression and depression of we the people, even people who don't have dreadlocks. Because what kind of God is going to tell you to only love your own? You missed the fucking plot. Rasta unity is not just about unifying people who look like you and people who eat like you. It's God's people. Humanity. One love. Okay, let's see Angola. We stand up for white, black, Indian, Chinese, Rasta, Muslim, Buddhist. We stand up for every fucking body. Once they are people of God, once they are people of right, we stand up for them. At the bottom of the deck, subject matter, Angola, we got trickery. So the message is completion. It's done. Let's see at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have facade. The underlying issue, we have a facade of insecurity, destiny, victim, a facade of insecurity. So they thought the people of Angola were weak. They thought that their destiny would be victimhood. They thought that they would forever be able to hurt the people of Angola. So now we have to figure out, why is Angola so special in the grand scheme of things? Let's read on. So they thought that they thought that the people of Angola were weak, but that shit is coming to an end. Whatever they're doing in Angola, they're seeing that these people are not weak. Victim, we got grief. They thought that their destiny would be being victimized and being sad, but that shit is being released. They say, oh hell nah, y'all ain't doing that to us. Fuck that. They're like, yeah, we stronger than this. We gonna persevere, bruv. You're not gonna hurt us like that. God didn't make no fucking fools. Get the fuck out of here. Shit. Perseverance and service. So they could be fighting. There could be some kind of uprising going on in Angola right now. But the way that these bullies were perceiving Angola, these world bullies were perceiving. God say continue. We got forgiveness, isolation. So they're choosing to forgive. They're choosing to forgive. So if Angola was left behind or casted aside or whatever they did to them, they're forgiving, because unity is strength. Yeah, forgiveness, isolation, and acceptance. It's okay. Impartiality. They're like, it's all right. We understand what was happening. And now that we really see the big picture, we're not going to allow them to do that to us again. Yeah, we are friends, soulmate. We're not going to allow them to separate us. They ain't going to do no divide and conquer around here. Shit. Divided we fall. Hallelujah. Okay, so let's see. So that's what we need to know about Angola. Now, India. Let's see. What we need to know about India. Same deck again. Angola. We say we not take no check from Babylon. That's a big tune. Oh, yes. So God wants us all to know that things are being set right worldwide. Okay? So let's see what's happening when it comes to India. Time we put these bullies that call themselves governments in their place. There's more of us than there is of them. It's because we're divided. We're hating each other because of the color of our skin, because of the amount of money that we have, our social class. All that stupid shit keep us divided. We're hating each other because of our religion. Somebody's different to us. It's time that we take off all those psychological chains. Yeah, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy. Cannot even that can stop this time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it, but we did win in the end of the book. So won't you help to sing this song of freedom? All we ever have are redemption songs. Songs of freedom. Yeah, motherfucker, you mad? Government, you mad? I can feel you. I'd be mad if I were you too, but I'm not you, so I'm happy. I'm a happy bunny. Time for you to fall. Fucking monsters. Monsters wearing human faces. Y'all ain't even good monsters. Y'all don't know how to be no monster for real. Y'all don't wanna be monsters. Wanna be demons. Even demons got more principles than you. You're an embarrassment. Dumb criminals. You know what your biggest crime was? You know what your stupidest move was? Governments and corporations that run the governments. Your biggest blunder was to insult our intelligence. You thought that we would never figure out what the fuck is going on. But it's inevitable that we figure it out when you're putting so much pressure on us. If you weren't doing so much, you could have had your empire still running as it was, because it was running smooth for so long. We weren't being no trouble to you. You put pressure on us, we complain, and we just take it and we get on with life. But no, you weren't satisfied. You wanted to squeeze a little more. You know what? When we couldn't breathe, we realized, yeah, you need to back the fuck up. That's what you did wrong. You insulted our intelligence by thinking that we're fucking fools. And you also insulted our ability to stand up. You thought we were weaker than we actually are. Motherfuckers, there's more of us than there are of you. Even if there's a whole bunch of weak people among us, there's a lot of strong ones among we the people too. Lying to yourself isn't gonna help you to win, you know. If you say something enough times, it doesn't make it true. I know that there's a philosophy that says if you say something over and over again, you can train your mind into thinking that it's true. It doesn't work all the time. It's bollocks, okay? You shouldn't have did it. You need to know where to apply that and where not to. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we've got India. Subject matter, dissipating. To dissipate is to basically feel helpless and hopeless and just moving through life aimlessly and feeling like what is it all for? It doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna sit here and die. It doesn't make sense. What am I gonna fight for? So that's the subject matter regarding India. Let's see what the message is. I think they got a voodoo doll of me somewhere choking it, like poking me in my throat, making me cough. I'm still gonna say what God called me to say. even if I have to cough through the whole message. India dissipating. Yeah, I'm still gonna get the message out. Sorry. This tissue falls apart so easily. I mean, it's good for the toilet. It is toilet tissue. All right.
is being victimized. They just feel like it's hopeless, it's helpless. What can we do? We can't do anything. So they got India on lock. Okay? India feel like we can't do shit. Which is surprising to me because I find it funny how these people, these Indians, they come over to these places and they run business. I thought that the white man loved the Indian people. I thought that they were like bosom buddies because you go into the job center and it's basically all Indians that's in it. Well, when I was going anyway, I don't know what it's like now, but all the dentists and the GPs and the corner store people, they're all Indians. Like everywhere you go, it's basically Indians. You go into even like a big shopping establishment like Sainsbury's and I don't know, like whatever they're called, Tesco's. It's all Indians. I thought that they were great friends, but it looked like they're victims. Interesting. So the underlying issue is there, dissipating abundance. So India's basically losing its money, losing its favor. Okay, so maybe they used to be bosom buddies, but now it's like America is dropping India. So I guess we're gonna see less and less Indians in high positions, dissipating abundance. And then we have creation, vanity, destiny, impatience. Grief. So the Indian people were kind of messing it up for America being too impatient. They were trying to rush things, you know? So it's like they were bosom buddies, but it's like they couldn't they didn't have the power to pace themselves. India wanted to get too rich too quick. The Indians, they wanted to be seen as powerful and favored and rich too quick. But America's like, slow down, slow down. So America sees that they're like, well, the Europeans see like they're messing it up for them. So they just kind of drop them. Yeah, instead of working with them now, they're working against the Indians. So when it comes to the Indians, you're gonna see their fortune change. Grief and guilt. Yeah, so in this plot, this evil plot, they were rushing too much and fucking up things for America. So America feel, well, the Europeans, not just America, it's all of them together. Okay, and we got gossip and forgiveness, gratitude, perseverance, despondence. There's that dissipating energy again. So it's like they don't have perseverance and despondence. They don't have the staying power. They don't have, yeah, and that's a miracle. So that's a blessing to us. So America, the Europeans don't want to work with the Indians, okay, and that means that their battle crew has become significantly weaker. So that's one point to us. Yeah, it's a miracle. Let's continue. So despondence, and we got it's a miracle, and we got impartiality and trickery. So it's like Europeans is like, we're not impartial to tricking you too. You Indians are gonna be our victims too. Like we're not fucking friends with you, okay? And it's bittersweet. It's bitter for them and sweet for we the people. Yeah. It makes our work easier. Workaholic, isolation. So that their workforce, where they could have called on the Indians to help them out, they can't. Work isolation. We got facade of wisdom. They thought they were smart. They're not smart. And they thought that they were passionate. So the Indians thought that they were just too radical for the Europeans. Okay. They were just too radical for the Europeans. It's like they want to act like they're more European and more dedicated to this evil cause than the Europeans. And they're like, man, shut your brown ass up. Matter of fact, you can't roll with us anymore. How about that? You're not the star of this show. That's what the Europeans are saying to the Indians. You're not the star of this show. Okay? Know your place. Okay? Not because we invited you into our little group or into our group. It doesn't mean. How dare you try to outshine us or upstep us or try to take control of what we're doing here. So they're like, get the fuck out. We don't want nothing to do with you. As a matter of fact, you could join the victims over there. We're going to victimize you too. Okay, so that's what we need to know about the India in this case. So Montserrat. All right, CM deck. What are we going to do now? Mix it up. Oh, I didn't show you. Yeah, Montserrat. Let's see what God wants us to know about little Montserrat. Could be talking about the country, could be talking about me. You'll know in a moment. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we got insecurity. I can't be talking about me. Or maybe they're insecure about me. If it's insecurity, it must be the rest of them Montserrat folk. Me. And I'm dead serious with that. I ain't even trying to be funny. Y'all Montserratians are disappointing. Okay? Y'all act like you're quiet, but you're very corrupt. I know it firsthand. Anywho, so the subject matter is insecurity regarding Montserrat. Let's see where God is going with this one. So the message is despondent. So Montserrat is sad as fuck. The underlying issue is rejection. They're like, you are not welcome here. So all the scheming and the plotting and the selling out that you Montserratians have been doing, and they still reject you like you're nobodies. You don't matter. You don't help. The Europeans are rejecting y'all. All the ass kissing that you've been doing and all the boot licking that you've been doing, they're still rejecting you. And you're sad about it. Rejection of the faith. You see, you rejected God. You rejected God. The Europeans rejected you. So what are you doing? It's the same that I've been saying about Craig for the last couple of days. Like, heaven don't want to see his fucking face, and hell rejects him. How can you be rejected by heaven and hell at the same time? What kind of person are you to be rejected by heaven and be rejected by hell at the same time? So the good people don't want nothing to do with you, and the evil people find you useless. I guess that's what limbo is. The in-between. You're neither here nor there. And you see what I said about you before I even got these cards? Y'all are disappointing. Y'all act like you're quiet, you act like you're nice, but y'all are really, 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 you're boring, you're mediocre, and you're fearful. And y'all just want to be somebody. But y'all are nobodies. Y'all are cowards. Pretending to be bad man and bad gal. Heaven is calling you and you're rejecting heaven. You're running towards hell because you think it's safer with these evil people. And now these evil people find you useless. Why? Because you are mediocre. There's nothing excellent about you, Montserratians. I'm telling you straight. I've been telling you this for years and I'm not trying to be rude to you. You fumble everything. Y'all aren't good at anything. Y'all don't excel. Majority of you do not excel at anything. You're like the living dead, the walking dead. You're alive, but you're dead. It's the truth. Hell thinks you're useless. And heaven don't like you because you have no faith in God. Let's read on. So rejection, faith, perseverance, impatience. You don't have no patience. You're trying to go fast towards nowhere. Perseverance, impatience with this quest. They can't use you. You can't help the Europeans on this evil quest because you're just trying to move fast, going nowhere, and you're making a mess of things, just like the Indians. We got prayer, instinct, destiny, and acceptance. You see that? Heaven is still calling you. Heaven is still calling you. But you have to be worthy. So God is letting you know you still have a chance. But you need to find your balls, you need to find your backbone, and you need to choose God and stick with God. Because hell don't want you. The evil people don't want you. You're useless to them. You're not good criminals. Acceptance, perfection, that's the justice card, and your self-worth. That's who you are. You're actually God people, but you're going around acting like you're some kind of bad man and bad gal. That life is not made for you. You are not made for that life. How about you be yourself? Y'all call me a goody two shoes. I'm fucking cooler than you. In all my goody two shoesness, I'm still cooler than you. All y'all rose up together to fight against me, or majority of y'all rose up together to fight against me, and I'm still winning. What does that tell you? God is greater. That's what it's supposed to tell you, fools. Self-worth and abundance. That's where your treasure is. Your treasure is in God, Montserratians. Wanna walk around here like you're some kind of bad man and bad gal, joining the dark forces. Go sit down somewhere. It wasn't made for you. You were not made for the darkness. You were made for the light. Don't you see how blessed even the land of Montserrat is? You don't know yourselves. And I'm trying to show you who the fuck you are. And you're trying to kill me. because you want to remain a fucking slave. You want to remain weak. You want to keep licking white people boots forever. Keep kissing their ass. They don't like you. And clearly you don't like yourselves and you don't like God. Keep running from God. See where that ends you up. Insecurity. You have no confidence in yourself. You have no confidence in God. You have confidence in the evil people, and the evil people have no confidence in you because you have no confidence in yourself. Do the mathematics. You have no confidence in yourself. You have no confidence in God. You have confidence in the evil people. But the evil people don't have any confidence in you, Montserrat or Montserratians. How can they have confidence in you when you have no confidence in yourself? You reject heaven and hell rejects you. Where do you belong? It's because you're not being who you were called to be. You're not being who you are. You're not being true to yourself. That's why. You're too much of a coward to choose God. You don't have no faith in God. You say you do, but you don't. You're too much of a coward to choose God. And you're too much of a pussy and an idiot, mediocre to do what evil is trying to accomplish. You're not built for that. Moving on. The Atlantic Ocean. Same deck. So I wonder, like, am I really from Montserrat? Or did they lie to me about that too? Because even in Montserrat, I was still a person of excellence. It's like, I'm not like you people. I don't think like you. I don't believe like you. Y'all thought I was a fake. I was a real one. I'm still a real one. And I'll be a real one in all the tomorrows to come. Because there's strength in God. There's protection in God. There are miracles in God. Y'all are fools. Y'all are a disgrace. Montserratians. Y'all are a disgrace. Disappointment. Just count how many people of excellence have come out of Montserrat. How many people, how many Montserratians have gone international with anything? Now look at Jamaica. How many Jamaicans have gone international with anything? You see the difference? What are your gifts, Montserrat? What are you good at? What are your strengths, Montserrat? What did God create you to do? Every country, every Caribbean country, every Caribbean people can look at themselves and see their strengths and see their weaknesses. All I know of you are your weaknesses. The only thing that's good about Montserrat is the land. The best thing about Montserrat is the land. What are you people excited, are excellent at? In what areas do you excel? You need to take a look at yourselves. Those of you who are offended at what I said just now, answer those questions. How many Montserratians have actually been internationally renowned? How many Montserratians were so great at whatever they put their hands or their mind or their body to that the world had to take notice of them? The international world. Well, you don't think that you're worthy of being internationally known? You don't think you're worthy of being excellent at anything? How can you not be excellent at anything? My first time on your channel. My first comment that I've actually seen in probably a month or more. So, concerning the Atlantic Ocean, welcome the first time on your channel. The Atlantic Ocean, the subject matter is rejection. Yes. Okay, it's meant to be read like that. More like this way. Okay, so the subject matter regarding the Atlantic Ocean, in this case, we have confusion in the reverse. So what does that mean? If the confusion is in the reverse, it's like somebody's trying not to see something. And then we have the acceptance card coming out. Confusion and acceptance. God said, don't be confused. You know what it is. Yeah. The underlying issue is completion. Something is fucking over. It's done. Completion, self-worth, release. So whoever the fuck you thought you were and whatever the fuck you thought you could do, you need to let that shit go. Don't be confused. I want to dig in some more. Let's find out. Let's see. We got miracle, growth. We got dissipating, instinct. So fuck what you knew or what you thought you knew. What you thought you knew is dissipating. So you know exactly what this is. And I need to dig into this some more to find out what this is about, because that message there, I feel nosy right now. So the Atlantic Ocean. Let's see what we can learn about the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is the world's second largest ocean, separating the Americas from Europe and Africa. It covers about 17% of the Earth's surface, with 17% of the whole Earth's surface, you know, with an area of approximately 85.133 million square kilometers, and is home to significant features like the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, named after the Greek god Atlas. It is a vital route for global trade and travel and is divided into the North and South Atlantic by the equator. Okay, now I see. Oh yeah, because they had the Atlantic slave trade. It is a vital route for global trade because it's Europe, Africa, and America, like three of the biggest continents, you could say, or three of the world's giants. Then giants for resources, trade, theft. Okay, so concerning the Atlantic Ocean, what does God want us to know? God wants us to know that there's an ending, I guess, to the Atlantic Ocean being used as this, used in a negative way. Let's see. So we got confusion is like, don't be confused. Confusion is in the reverse, and acceptance, because I think, let's see what countries surround, because isn't that where, like, the Caribbean, I don't know. I'm terrible at this, okay? Let's see what Wikipedia say. Islands, list of islands, that's what I want to see. Atlantic Ocean, largest of which is Greenland. The definition of the ocean used by the International Hydrographic Organization excludes the seas, gulfs, bays, etc., bordering the ocean itself. Thus, for instance, not all of the islands of the United Kingdom are actually in or bordering on the Atlantic. For reference, islands in gulfs and seas are included in a separate section, oceanic islands. Sorry, in a separate section. Oceanic islands are formed by seamounts rising from the ocean floor with peaks above the surface of the ocean that and are not parts of continental tectonic plates. I want to see the list of islands. List of islands in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so the list, it says the Atlantic Ocean contains numerous islands, including the large continental landmasses of Greenland and Great Britain, major oceanic islands like Iceland and the Azores, Azores, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and archipelagos in both the North and South Atlantic, such as the Bahamas, Canary Islands, Cape Verde, or Cape Verde, I'm not sure how to say that, and the Falkland Islands. Other notable examples include Newfoundland Island and various islands belonging to the United States, such as Long Island, and the Caribbean islands like Cuba and Jamaica. That's what I was looking for. Us. With this Hurricane Melissa business that's been going on, I've been hearing them say, they've been talking about, they said so much thing about this Hurricane Melissa, okay? And they talked about US military presence in the ocean as well. And something to do with, I think, Venezuela. So it's like there's a battle going on out there in the ocean right now, because I'm guessing that the Europeans are fighting to still maintain some kind of control or have some kind of power over this very integral trade route. And God is saying, you need to accept that the shit is over. So whoever they're out there fighting in the ocean around Jamaica, which was the real cause of the fucking water that swallowed up Jamaica, okay? Because the people of Jamaica were saying they've never seen they've never seen a storm take so long to hit the island yet. And the kind of water damage that took place in Jamaica, they've never seen anything like that yet. So it's most likely that these people are out there in the ocean bombing each other, which is cause of the tsunamis in that came to the shores of Jamaica, that wash out Jamaica the way that it wash out. So what these people are trying to do, these Europeans are trying to do, is maintain some kind of control or power over that, as the Wikipedia people and put it, a vital trade route. Okay, so there's somebody out there challenging their power. I don't know who it is, but there's an opposing military presence out there that's opposing the Europeans' power over this very vital trade route. And that's what I was looking for. That's why I kept digging into the Atlantic Ocean, because I'm sure that it has to do with the Caribbean. Okay, so now it all makes sense to me. So God is saying, you need to let it go. Completion of your self-worth. Who you thought you were, you need to let that shit go, Europeans. Okay, you need to release it. This miracle growth that you've been expecting or anticipating or calculating and manipulating to happen, God says that shit is dissipating. Okay, the future isn't going to look like what you Europeans predicted to look like. Dissipating, we got instinct, dissipating instinct. So even in your own mind, your visions for the future of the power and the money that was going to come to you, you're starting to doubt yourself. And that is perfection. That is karma. That is balance. You need to cry. Grief. It's bittersweet. You know that you deserve to get cut out. You know you deserve to be taken down from your high place. You know it's time for your ass whipping, and you know that you deserve to get your ass whooped. You're just not going to take it without a fight. We get it. Okay? We got forgiveness, enlightenment, trickery, discovery. complacency. They said, nah, we gonna expand. So whoever you've been tricking, they forgive you, okay? Because now they're enlightened. They're just gonna let that shit go. They're gonna let your trickery go because they've discovered things. And this complacency that you thought they were going to be, this working together with you and allowing you to keep controlling things and running things in this horrible way that you have, Europeans, they said, nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to expand and we are going to bring a renewal. We are going to correct this shit and make this thing the way that it's supposed to be in the first place. You are blocked. So feel bad about it. Be insecure. You're right to be insecure. This shit is over. We got a passion for balance. Amun. Sila. Shit. That is our wish and it shall be so. We got guilt, victim. We got impatience and quest for vanity. I know we know you're gonna fight back. You're gonna fight back to reclaim your vanity and reclaim your position on all these things, but you are going to be sad, Europeans. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. Yeah. So what y'all thought you were going to accomplish going forward, it's not happening. We got mysticism and impartiality. God says it's the good people's turn. Yeah, wisdom and isolation. It's time for us to detach ourselves from you. It's time for us to not be in allegiance with you anymore, okay? Because you're just horrible people. You Europeans are horrible people. Destiny is abundance for we the people, for our service, to doing what is right. It's time to recover our joy. You want to be sucking the life out of us, our faith too. Time to recover our joy and our faith and persevere and put in the work. Get our minds right and realize that we need to have gratitude. Be grateful for life. Be grateful for the strength to fight. Be grateful for the opportunity to make things right. We got a facade of a soulmate. You were only pretending to be our friend. That's what the people are realizing. You Europeans, you only pretended to be our friends. You only pretended to want to help. You only be pretending to yeah, your kindness is just pretense. All you wanted to do was control us, bully us, walk all over us, take things that rightfully belong to us. You want our resources. You don't want to pay for them. You don't want anybody else to be thriving but you. How can we be friends when you don't care about my well-being? What kind of friend are you? You're not a friend. You're not a soulmate. So all the alliances, these alliances that the Europeans used to have, they're realizing that they were not alliances at all. They were just stepping stones for the Europeans. They were just walking on them. They were using them. They were lying to them. They were taking their stuff. They were kidnapping their dignitaries, replacing them with imposters, implement rules and laws and all these things, and then take out the imposters and put back in the real ones. And you know, you politicians who get this done to you, you need to have your ass whooped for coming back into society after they do this to you and not tell we the people what's really going on. How long have they been doing this to you guys? Those of you who choose to stand up against the Europeans and their wickedness that they want to do, they kidnap you and replace you with somebody who look like you so that that person can do what they wanted you to do that you did not want to do. And then they let you go to come back into society and take your rightful office. And you keep that shit a secret from we the people like we are muumuus. You're supposed to tell us. And woe unto those of you who want to come on here and lie about it, because I can find out if you're a liar or if you're a truth teller. God has given me the power and the access to the files so that we the people can know if you're a bumbleclot, fake, if you're a liar or not. Let me just have you know that now. So all you who think that you going to be doing shit like this to us in the future because you're trying to save your own ass, this is not the season. We are here for those who have integrity. We are not here to play about our safety, our well-being, our joy, our prosperity, the future of our children. We're not here to play about these things. Watch your step. And I'm going to end this one right here. There's a whole bunch of decks that God made me take out. I don't know if that was a ruse for those who were trying to interfere with the reading when we first started. I will know. If I'm meant to read them, because I don't feel like I'm meant to get into all that. I think that this is exactly what God wanted to do. Africa. I forgot. Are we looking into Africa or are we going to keep that a secret? The fake Illuminati. I know y'all want to know, you fake Illuminati people. If you want to know, go illuminate it for yourself. Africa, know what Africa is doing. Ibrahim Traore and the other leaders whose names I don't know, they all know what they know, and you don't need to know what they know because you can't be trusted with such sensitive information. So we're going to keep that a secret from the whole wide world, and we are going to watch the story as it develops together. Surprise! Oh, I'm loving my job today. So that brings us to the end of this reading. It's like you can only guess what's happening in Africa, okay? Fake Illuminati people. You don't need me to tell you what's up. You know what's up, okay? Shout out to Antarctica and all the Antarcticans, all the good Antarcticans out there. Shout out to all the good people all over the world. All right? One love, for real, for real, for real. Let's do this. All right? So, yeah. Until next time, my lovelies. You take care. Boy, wait. Let me see what that's saying. Interesting. All right. Am I supposed to say Ali or ally? Or am I supposed to say ally? You figure it out. I don't want to figure it out. I'm cool. Shit, God is my friend. I don't really care who else is or isn't my friend. Because I've been doing this thing, me and God alone, and I've had no friends up until all this time. Everybody that come around me want to be treating me bad and keeping me down. It's just been me, my God, and my daughter. That's all I've had in this world for many, 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 many years. So I've gotten used to having fake people around me. If you're one of them too, it's all right. Don't worry. I don't hate you. You know, because it's funny. Your name is Ali. 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 Is it a Ali, Ally, or ally, like my like a help, or it could be like ally, like ALIE, like you're lying. So I don't know what you mean when you say your name is ALLY. Like friend or foe. I don't know. That name is, Anyway, one love to you anyway. Hashtag we winning. Okay, we the people are winning. Until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye. Shout outs to Jerry Springer, Uncle Jerry Springer.